got them excited to meet me. I got diamonds, you got CZs. Wake up, get to it, and repeat. Hey, I ain't hearing nothing haters say. Let them talk about us. My whole crew is about 100 deep. Gotta walk around us. I kill it and then I walk away.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, we begin a triple header here on Wild Card Sunday, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Houston Texans. Strap in, the first of 3 on this Sunday. What a day we have in store. Super Wild Card Weekend on EA Sports.
A man who was both a prep and collegiate star here in the Lone Star State, Devon Achane.
It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Tua. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
2 plays so far, run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. A miserable start here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and very long. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. Forces a punt situation on 4th.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
The punt team on now. As from their end zone, they get it away. It's fielded at the 45. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. First and 10, it's Pierce. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Now Stroud. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
picked off by Cam Smith. And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 15.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 4th down. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And take it right at the 35. And gets by him, and now a little daylight.
The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return.
And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Ready?
A run for Pierce out of the gun.
Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Liking 18.
Stroud out of the gun here.
A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Stroud, he's going to audible to something else. Running it out of the gun with Pierce.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
19 tight. Trap 60, trap 60.
Stroud working out of the gun.
And that'll be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Check. Dragon 60. 18, Pioneer. Lions.
Stroud looking to throw. This will be complete to Mechie.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Let's go now. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Rig it. Let's go.
They'll try and run for it. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
Cougar 19. Let's go.
They'll run here with Pierce.
And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
Panther 60.
And Stroud now to throw.
Eluding the pressure right. And it is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Dalton Schultz from a yard out.
And the Texans will strike first here in this wild card matchup.
I thought that was a nice job there of feeling the pressure and rolling out away from it and keeping the play alive. And I think he did it with the idea that his tight end would find his way free in the end zone, and his confidence was rewarded.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
H.A. now up the middle.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Again, it's H.A. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd.
Running right, here's H.A.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring out 4th down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 45-yard line.
And they'll go right back to Pierce.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
52 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down.
60 Mavericks, 60 Mavericks. Ready, go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
Here's Stroud. He gets this one to Mechie.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 26. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Pierce now up the middle.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Play action. Here's Stroud. Caught left side by Mechie. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Pierce takes it straight ahead.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Bronco 80.
Pierce will try to pick it up.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
Damian Pierce
punching it in from a yard away.
And the Texans have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
At their own 36-yard line.
Let's go now.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
50 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now here's a throw that's complete.
And he will be out of bounds. A good yardage there, and he'll get a second to catch his breath as it leads us right into the 2-minute warning.
Ready, ready.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
That's Olave bringing in another one.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 7-yard line.
Check it.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
They'll run for it with A-Chain.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Devon A-Chain.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Dolphins get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Houston. Calvin Ridley, 57 yards.
And the Texans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And they will start out in really great shape, up close to midfield.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
They'll let this go deep for Waddle.
Here's a diving catch right side. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
A-Chain is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line.
And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Sanders' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, it may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Now here's Stroud. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
But it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked up by Javon Holland.
And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On the check. 70 Timberwolves.
A-Chain on first and 10. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 68 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
A-Chain here. They stay on the ground.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Ready?
They'll run straight ahead with Wilson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 3.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Touchdown! Jalen Waddle, a 24-yard touchdown.
And the Dolphins take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Sanders on for the extra point. And he's got it to make this a 21-17 game.
Texans 21, Dolphins 17. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Pretty important third quarter drive for it, and momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up the first down.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
At the 42-yard line.
On second down, here's Pierce.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Meanwhile, Stroud's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10.
Reload! Let go!
A give left side for Pierce.
And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
18 Cardinals, go!
Now to change things up, Stroud will throw it.
Escaping the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Hawk 70, trap 50, trap 50. Ready.
Stroud sets up the play action.
Flushed out right.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they will open their lead up to a touchdown at 24-17.
So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown of this third quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also in letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
In motion right, Olave. Now it's A-Chain headed right. And he'll be pretty well stopped at his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Olave motioning to the left.
Dragon 60.
2nd and 9 now.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
They set up the screen to A-Chain.
And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Second and 7.
They go again with Pierce. And he's able to get up here to the 26.
126 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Pushing through the contact.
And this will be a Texans first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Now a handoff for Pierce.
Pushing his way through, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another big gain in that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 44-yard line.
Give to Pierce.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Play action. Stroud now. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up in the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Smash, smash.
On 3rd down, here's Pierce.
And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Let's go now.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
They'll swing this out wide. Here's H.A.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
So a nice throw right there. And this, we all know, a big test for this young man at quarterback. He guided his team into the playoffs as a wild card. Now here he is on the road looking to get his guys to the second round. It's certainly a tough task no matter how you slice it.
Oh, I absolutely agree 100%. And while no one around the franchise is going to, co-sign on what I'm about to say, because all they're focused on is winning this game. But let's face it, partner, no matter what happens in this one, they've got their quarterback to build their roster around for the future. That's got to feel good for everyone associated with this team.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
He'll look to throw. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. They'll set up a throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over it that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw.
He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
2nd and 10.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10.
Olave holds it in.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a first down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. They run for it. A-chain. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. He'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Here's Higgins out on the right side. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They're looking at a 4th and goal here as they search for a late score. Here we go. The noise deafening. 4th and goal. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. An incompletion there on 4th and goal from the 3. And instead of having a 1-score game, they'll remain 2 scores down. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Another carry for Pierce. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. A run for Pierce out of the gun. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Here's Stroud. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That 1st down going to be enough to write a finish to this one.
But we always hear about the connection.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above.
Okay, break.
Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll. They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs.
Stop, here we go, bucket off the pick and roll.